Titans had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
So, Charles, you talk about this offense in this week 8 of the 2021 campaign. Now, normally this would be the halfway point of the season, but as we all know, this is now a 17-game regular season. And because of that, seems like now maybe more than ever, getting your open week to occur later in the season, that could be a pretty big advantage.
Brandon, it's always been a big advantage, and now, as you pointed out, the possibility of it becoming huge, likely. Most teams want that later open date because of injuries, you know, getting that rest before the playoff push, all of those things. Sometimes when you get an open date early in the season, it's not really much of an advantage. You might be playing well, now it slows down your momentum. This is a big deal, and teams definitely like it. The later, the better.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Caught left side by Hilton. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. A gain of 6 there on first.
This defense for the Titans, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48.
These two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in week 3. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
Now a play fake here on first down. Hits his target to tight end Mo Alley-Cox. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket.
That's into the hands of Mo Alley-Cox, the tight end.
No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down. A little risky there when you roll out of that pocket right like he did. You complete the pass, but you don't get anything out of it.
But how many times have we seen when a quarterback exits out of the pocket, doesn't matter whether they go left or right, the defense loses its leverage, right? There's a little chaos back there, and receivers come open. Great discipline on that play. They didn't let that happen and held it to no gain.
First and 10, Taylor now.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown.
Jonathan Taylor
with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Colts have taken the lead.
Well, they've done a pretty good job keeping him in check to that point, but he finally breaks off a nice run here and gets into the end zone.
And it just takes one, doesn't it, partner? That can undo a lot of good work that the defense has done to that point. You break off one right there, and everything suddenly looks bad for you.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Derrick Henry trots back out there and gets ready to go. And he's sure looking like a lock for a 1,000-yard season. Don't know if he's going to get it in this game, but he'd probably like to just to get past that point.
Yeah, and if he doesn't, as you noted, There's still time, still opportunity. There's still more games to be played. So, yeah, it's not a lot. But barring injury, it certainly looks like he's going to get there. And what an accomplishment.
A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Corey Willis. And the Colts are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
I know some teams are leery about playing cover 2 because the strong safety's not usually a terrific cover guy. But in this case, he played it perfectly. Read the football and went and made the interception.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. This offense thankful, I'm sure, to have the football back, but also, Charles, after a long drive of their own, they've got to be a little weary.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
It got his man complete. And he'll take this all the way down to the 15-yard line. A big play there for Indy.
Boy, they've definitely come out of the gate smoking here in the first quarter. Whatever they've tried to run has worked. And there's another example right there. Game plan is one thing, but how about his accuracy? It's been exceptional.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. A give for Taylor running right side. And he takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
We've called a lot of games, but we don't normally talk about inside linebackers being that fleet of foot, do we?
No, he was able to get outside there to make that play.
Yeah, and you know what makes them faster? Their ability to read plays, understand what offenses are trying to do, and put themselves in proper position.
And that's caught left side by Mo Alley Cox. And the Colts are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
Well, he does have 1 touchdown in the game already, and while this one won't go for 6, it's enough to get him 1st and goal. But you and I both know he's going to be a little upset he didn't cross the goal line for a 2nd time in this one.
Might want the ball here on the next play. Stop short, down at the 1. Had the broken tackle, but couldn't get it all the way home. And that gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. Back. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. It's complete by Badgley, up and good. And it's now 21-7. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded inside the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. These two teams met in Nashville earlier in the year with the Titans coming away victorious. So if they can find a way to win here in Indianapolis, they would take the season series 2-0. Tannehill's throw into the hands of Reynolds here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And CD, defensively, you're going against a hot quarterback coming off a 3-touchdown game in their victory a week ago. But what's the big key for them to try to slow him down?
You ask all the tough questions, don't you, partner? Because with this guy, if you blitz him, he takes advantage of that man coverage and burns you. But if you bring on those extra DBs, he sits back there and does what he wants. To me, it's going to be those DBs. When they catch the ball, big-time tackles really put it on those receivers.
92 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign.
So close. Couldn't get all the way in, knocking on the doorstep down to the one. Nevertheless, fantastic run.
Not only that, this is where you wave to your replacement, go back to the bench. No way. I'm not coming out of this game. I got it down to the 1-yard line. I wanted to carry it in.
We'll see if they reward him on this next play. Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Titans are able to make this a close game again. Oh, this is blocked. There he goes right side. The 40, 20, 10, 5. And he takes it the distance across the goal line for 2 points. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. So here are the Colts to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right.
He's got Granson, his tight end.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation, you have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run, and I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
On play action, they'll throw.
That is caught. Michael Pittman with it.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Michael Pittman.
His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Colts add on to their lead. Now, 1st quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, it's stealing it, it's scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over them.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Taken at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Derrick Henry and the rest of the Titans offense about ready to roll again.
And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Couldn't do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself that this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally, as well as your team, as well as your unit, head coach, offensive coordinator.
And he'll be brought down by the Colts.
Bobby Okereke.
He brought the pressure on the blitz, and he gets there for a loss of 12. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darius Leonard, the linebacker. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead is swept. To the point where you're wondering if it is over already. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six.
This one taken just inside the 10. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
Here comes Ryan Tannehill now, leading his offense back out there. Interesting stat line right now. Technically, he's completed 4 passes, 2 to his team and then 2 to the wrong team.
It makes you wonder what he's seeing downfield, because he has completed 2 passes to his own team, but the interceptions are troubling. Is he going through the wrong reads, the wrong progressions? Is he getting fooled by defenses? They've got to figure that out over on the sidelines, working on that Surface Pro to see what they see.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he'll get 2, maybe 3, up near the 37.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
And force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And now the throw here is incomplete. And with that, we come to the end of the first quarter of play. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback.
Colts football and Michael Pittman, helmet back on and ready to go.
Sitting right around the midpoint of the season, on pace for 1,000 yards. Good year so far, and I'm sure film study being devoted to him a little bit more on the other side.
They have to, because the pace that he's carrying right now, if you're pushing 1,000-yard pace as a receiver, that means he warrants your attention. And right now, precision is going on with their offense. Kind of like that timepiece you wear on your wrist. You know, that good stuff. You got to knock that off somehow. Chip away at that timing. Change things up a little bit and make them go to other things and make them do those things better.
Yeah, try to make him uncomfortable. Not many teams have been able to do that so far this year.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Taken in by the tight end, Doyle. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll drop to throw. He's got Jack Doyle. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
I know that no game in the NFL is ever easy, but they're making it look that way. Everything is being done with such precision. Just on this drive alone, 3 plays, 3 first downs. If you're on defense, you're scrambling, looking at each other, trying to figure out how are we going to slow these guys down.
On first down, it's Taylor. And some room to maneuver. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. 77 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. They'll run here with Taylor. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. Second and goal from the 1. Taylor. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Colts are able to add on to their first-half lead. Extra point by Badgley up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. Sanchez now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Time again to see what Ryan Tannehill and the Titans can do. In second quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes you take on all that extra pressure on yourself, and maybe you have to disperse it a little bit. Lean on some other people, lean on your teammates. Find someone who can take the pressure off and get the ball in their hands for a while.
Or this, if he doesn't, this is getting out of hand, or it could get worse after the loss to start out. Here's 2nd and 11. Here's Tannehill. This will go to Henry out wide. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back.
The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. DeForest Buckner able to record his 5th sack of the season. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
On the return, it's Rodgers. A big-time return there, 40 yards. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. And now the Colts call on their field goal unit here. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. Badgley able to knock this one through. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further.
That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
And we spotlight Derrick Henry now. Now he's having himself a little bit of a banner game. His team right now, though, losing.
Needs a little bit of help, and I kind of equate it to a basketball game where you have the big score, and sometimes your strategy is, okay, he can go ahead and have all of his points. Let's hold down everyone else, and that's the way you win the game. And right now, he needs everyone else to start scoring, quote-unquote, as he's been.
Yeah, and he's hoping to keep it close so maybe they can keep it on the ground, not start to go through the air as much. From the 27, Tannehill.
A check down here for Henry.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Now it's Tannehill. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Here's Brent Kern now as he's on to punt for Tennessee. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Colts are going to take over, albeit deep in their own territory.
Now Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense retakes center stage.
He's in his own second quarter, already closing in on a 100-yard game.
And that's the magic number for a running back. Anytime you get to that triple digits, that's all you're looking for. But he's got a chance to really exceed that in this one.
Yeah, he does. That's been the gold standard for a long time, hasn't it, that 100-yard mark?
It really has, and that never has to shift because it's in a game. It's a 1,000-yard mark. I'm wondering, since we've gone from 12 to 14 to 16 games, maybe we need to up that a little.
On second down, it's Taylor. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled.
98 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Now Taylor. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
2nd and 6. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. And he's going to be stopped short of a first down as they'll get to him at about the 33. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Running from the gun with Henry. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain. 2. The Titans on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he will have a first down at about the 20.